just having them as part of, they're part of your life. They're around your house. They're involved in whatever you're doing. So even just having them in the background or just as like a little funny like cameo or voiceover type thing, just making it sort of natural, because there are, I don't know the exact numbers of people who have cats and dogs, but tens of millions, at least in the US, and people sort of relate to it. And that's a lot of what I've tried to do with Catfluence, like highlight a lot of these celebrities. I posted recently about like Kylie Jenner, she got a new cat, or Dolph Lundgren, who played the boxer who fought against Rocky Balboa in those movies. So people from that audience may not know that he's a cat guy, but I think, just integrate, and they've done a good job, a lot of these celebrities, just integrating them into sort of their day-to-day lives.
I love that. Yeah, I always love when I see a celebrity posting with their cat, or that they're a cat person. Even if I liked their work in something, it's a whole nother level, because I love cats too. So I think that's really smart.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's definitely like makes me relate to them a lot more when I see they're a cat person.
Yeah, and especially athletes and like male athletes, that's nice to break the stigma of like just, you can't be like a masculine dude and love cats. And so I like that you're breaking that stigma with your work.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate that. And that was also a big part of what I tried to do initially with Catfluence.
Okay, you mentioned brands, and I like that. For Catbaret, I have worked with some brands, but it seems like many of our artists maybe could for their shows, or even just your accounts. Any tips? Any tips for folks starting out working with brands? Is it a DM situation, researching the brand in email? What do you think's the best reach out?
Yeah, I think both of those are definitely good options. And I feel like a lot of times if you DM an account, they'll give you an email and redirect you to do that. So I think either of those is fine. You can go on their websites and find an email or fill out a contact form. I think a good tip, and something I think creators should do, is have sort of like a media and brand kit that shows sort of who you are. Even if you don't have a website, you could use a site like Canva and just make sort of a PDF that you could share. It has information about you, your audience, how many followers you have, some analytics, top posts, things like that, other brands you've collaborated with. That way, if you're cold outreaching to a brand, they could see that you have some experience and what they could expect from working with you. So I think something like that I would definitely suggest.
Yeah, and that's so easy. Canva has templates. You kind of just drag and drop your pictures. You could change it to if you have your brand colors and all of that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And just for say we have people who are like, I don't like social media. I'm not a social media person, but, I want to try. What is the easiest, lowest stress content format a cat loving creative could start using tomorrow?
I mean, I think creating a blog, and it's sort of old school, but they still hold a lot of value, especially in some of the work that I do these days. And for me, I don't always want to get on camera necessarily, but I'm a writer at heart. Even back to college, I was writing for websites and newspapers in school, even back to high school. So I have a blog for Catfluence as well, where I write about a lot of topics that I may not necessarily want to just get on camera and talk about, but blog is always a good creative outlet for written word, and you can incorporate ads. There's like affiliate marketing. You get affiliate links in your blog, so people are reading the blog, they can click on those affiliate links, and you could get commissions off things like that. There's a thing I have on my site called Google AdSense, which is also similar to like affiliate marketing. It just basically pulls Google ads into your blog, and you could pick the placements. I've got to do a little better job at it on my own site, but that's another good way that, if you don't want to get on camera, you don't want to create videos, you could write and get ad placements in your blog that way.
Nice. Okay. These are all so many good ideas. And I feel like I should have asked this as the first question for our listeners, but can you share a little bit about your background before you started Catfluence? Yeah, I can't really see or hear you. If you have any...
Yeah, sorry about that.
It happened to me during a Zoom meeting this week with my new job. It's like my first week in a new role. And I was like, my God. So I get it.
Yeah. Sorry about that. By the way, so I have two windows open.